Hello guys, my name is Rizky from acreativealt. In this video, I'm going to show you how to convert your smartphone into a cinematic video camera. First thing first, I lied. If you see any ads whereby saying that you can simply just buy a gear or a software that simply convert your smartphone into a Hollywood-grade cameras, they are lied. But what we can do with this is actually to get better footages from our smartphone so that we can actually edit it into a better quality video. The apps that I'm using in this video is actually called 4K camera, but I think there are a lot of other apps that you can actually use in order to get the same result. The point of this particular app is actually to access manual functions of the camera. Our phone nowadays has an excellent camera, but at the same time there are still limitations with the cameras that we have in our phone. One thing that the camera can still catch up with a proper mirrorless camera, like my favorite camera, which is a Sony A7 III, is actually the sensor size. I think it's still the physical limitations whereby you can't put that large size of sensor inside your mobile phone. At the same time, now we start seeing that mobile phones starting to utilize AI to compensate the size of the sensor so that you can still get a depth of field, many details that you can't actually get in the past by using a small sensor. I am not using the greatest phone that is available in the market. I'm still using an old Huawei P20 Pro. This used to be a flagship phone, but it's pretty old now. I think it's about maybe close to 2 years old now. They already come up with the P40 Pro. And what I love the most about these types of high-end mobile phone nowadays is the fact that you have multiple cameras. So technically this can actually give you almost benefit of a proper camera with a zoom lens. If you are starting out as a filmmaker or photographer, this is probably something that you will probably get. The software actually allows you to use your camera with manual settings, which is something that is really important in order for you to get the best result out of your camera phone or any cameras in this matter. You can adjust the ISO, shutter speed, pressure accordingly, so you can actually decide whether you want to get blurry backgrounds or you want to get a wide shot whereby everything is sharp. And at the same time, you won't get the annoying parts, whereby your smartphone actually trying to adjust the exposure automatically versus I use the app so I can control the camera manually. An example whereby the camera will be automatically adjusting to the bright sky, whereby it makes everything go dark. But if we're able to adjust it manually, I can actually decide to give a bit of a composition whereby we can still get a little bit of a detail on the darker parts of the image. At the same time, retain a bit of a detail on the sky. Another thing is the fact that nowadays, most of the flagship phone nowadays has a really good stabilizer inside the phone. But of course, it's still not a gimbal. What you can do is actually to try to walk slower and actually do this types of a ninja walk, so that you can ensure that your camera is stabilized. You will never be able to fight a gimbal with this kind of method. With the combinations of stabilizers on your phone and this kind of techniques, you will actually improve it pretty well. Another thing that I would recommend in terms of techniques, when you're actually doing a pan like this with your mobile phone, I would always advise to, in fact, this is one thing that I always train all the new videographers that we hire, whereby when you're actually using a pan using a camera, you shouldn't pan it like this. You always have a micro movements on your fingers, whereby you are actually doing this with your fingers all the time. You hold your mobile phone as firm as possible, and after that, you pan with your body instead. So basically, you do this kind of a motion. instead of moving your hands like this. I always believe that the camera is actually one of the equations of creating a better footage. The next important thing is of course lighting. There is also the limitations of our mobile phone. It tends to create a bad quality image when you're actually in low light types of situations. So if you are shooting low light, I would recommend you to get a simple light solutions for your mobile phone. It can be as simple as something like this, like the one that I used on my previous video whereby I highlight how to actually create TikTok video cheaply. It's something that you can clip to your mobile phone. Not the best light of course, because the fact that this is actually a pretty small light, but it's pretty bright. So if you are maybe doing some sort of a vlog, you can actually get to improve the video. Of course, the next thing is how to edit the video. Of course, I would always prefer to transfer all the files to my computers and of course do a proper editing using Adobe Premiere. But if you decided to just simply use your mobile phone to edit, you can actually get an apps like KineMaster whereby you can actually simply do a cut, and after that you can even do a color gradings inside the apps itself. So with that, I hope this video is useful. Thank you so much for watching and I see you next time.